years, Trump was their lion, their leader, their last hope to take down the system. But suddenly, MAGA is splintering, and the reason why could change everything. This is not a story about left versus right. This is a story of loyalty, doubt, power, and a silent war within the Red Hat revolution. As we proceed into the full story, like, subscribe, and follow this channel, and feel free to leave your thoughts in the comment. I will be glad to have your perspective. There was a time when the Red Hat meant one thing: loyalty. It meant standing in the rain at rallies for hours. It meant defending a man you believed was fighting for you, not for himself. It meant walking through fire, ridicule, cancel culture, media lies, just to hold the line. That man was Donald J. Trump. He wasn't just a billionaire. He was the wrecking ball America needed to smash through a system that had long stopped listening to its people. But now something is shifting, and strangely, it's not coming from the left. It's coming from inside the movement itself. They once said nothing could break MAGA. Not the media, not the FBI, not impeachment, not indictments. But today, there's a rift forming, not from liberals, but from loyalists. Loud voices who used to chant, "Trump 2024," with pride are asking one question: why is he silent about the Epstein client list? The unsealed documents were supposed to be a reckoning. A long-awaited list of the rich and powerful who had connections to one of the most sinister men in recent history. People expected names, accountability, truth. But what they didn't expect was the silence. And for the first time, some MAGA voices are turning that suspicion inward. Is Trump hiding something? From Telegram channels to Twitter X Spaces, a storm is rising. Some are whispering it, others are screaming it. The idea that Trump may have something to hide, or at the very least isn't doing enough to clear the air, is igniting a kind of civil war within his own movement. They say it's betrayal, a cover-up, the beginning of the end. But is it? Because here's what they're not telling you. Trump banned Jeffrey Epstein from Mar-a-Lago. That's a fact. He had run-ins with him in the 90s, like everyone else in New York's elite scene. But as soon as he learned what Epstein was about, he cut him off. While other presidents were flying on the Lolita Express, Trump was building towers and fighting lawsuits. When Epstein was arrested, it wasn't Trump's friends who ran for cover. It was the Clintons, the Hollywood moguls, the Ivy League donors. Yet the media doesn't mention that. Instead, they spin the silence. They fan the flames of division, not from outside the MAGA movement, but from within. Because if they can get Trump's base to implode, they don't need another indictment. They don't need another raid. They'll let the movement eat itself. But some conservatives are still asking tough questions. And that's not a bad thing. After all, didn't Trump tell us to question everything? This isn't about hate. It's about hunger. Hunger for truth, even if it's uncomfortable. But while some are asking questions with honesty, others are weaponizing doubt for influence, for followers, for fame. The same influencers who built platforms off Trump's name are now pretending they were never that loyal. They smell blood. They want to be the first to say, "I told you so," in case the ship goes down. But this isn't the Titanic. It's a battle cruiser. And it's still moving. If Trump is silent, maybe it's not guilt. Maybe it's legal caution. Maybe it's strategy. Or maybe, just maybe, the story is not about him at all. Maybe the real story is about us. How quickly we turn. How easily we forget what this man has endured for us. This is a man who lost billions to run for office. Who was mocked, spied on, falsely accused, and impeached not once, but twice. All while building the strongest economy in modern history, ending wars, and standing up to both parties when no one else would. And now, because he doesn't say what we want to hear in the moment, we call him a traitor? That's not loyalty. That's weakness. The deep state doesn't fear chaos. It feeds off it. The real fear is unity. The kind of unity Trump created in 2016. The kind of unity that terrified Washington and Wall Street. That's why they're trying to fracture it now. If they can't beat him from the outside, they'll turn his own people against him. That's what this is. And yet, this storm, this civil war inside MAGA might be exactly what's needed to strengthen it. Because movements aren't built in comfort. They're forged in crisis. So let the doubters speak. Let the critics rise. But let Trump speak too. In his time, in his way. Because when he does, it's never random. It's nuclear. The question is not whether Trump is perfect. He's not. None of us are. The question is, who's willing to fight when it gets hard? Who still believes in a new America, not ruled by elites, not manipulated by media, but powered by people? Because whether you love or hate the man, you can't deny one thing. They fear him. Still. And the reason they fear him is because you're still listening. What do you think? Is this rift within MAGA a sign of necessary truth-seeking? Or is it just another media-fueled attack to divide a movement that's closer than ever to returning power to the people? Tell us in the comments. Hit like. Share this with someone who needs to see the bigger picture. Subscribe and follow this channel for more updates, and if you still believe in Trump, in the fight, in the idea that America isn't done yet, then subscribe and follow Hot Take Nation, because we're just getting started.